Portugal. There's a YouTube show full of fun facts you need to know.
Hola, bon dia, alegria. Monson here with the Good Morning Portugal show, the live stream, the podcast, and of course the Portugal Club, where we will go for the Portuguese citizenship test question number 74, everybody. It's an interesting question, and I didn't immediately think to myself, oh, I know the answer to that. There are a few options here that are plausible, and the question is, what is the largest city in the Algarve? To give you a little bit of time to prepare for that. If you're an early riser, an early bird, catching that quiz worm there, you've got a chance to look it up or have a little scratch of your head or your beard. so, I don't know what the percentage is of things that come into my head that I don't say. I wonder what the figure is for most people. I imagine it's about 50-50, isn't it? What would you put your percentage at of the things that come into your head that you don't say? And obviously in this role, in this position, that's quite a difficult judgment call to make in each and every moment. Great call last night, talking about being in a live streaming environment. Great calls last night with Ivana from Casa Portuguesa. If you need some help finding a gaff in Portugal and you'd like someone to take care of it from afar, let's say you're in North America looking for a home in Portugal, rental, for example, Ivana can help you in Porto, but all over the country. That's Gilda's side company. Well, I say it's a side company. They're kind of two sisters, twins, her twin company, Casa Portuguesa and EI, of course, standing side by side, helping people move to Portugal. And a great chat with Ivana. That'll be released on Sunday. Funny, last night, somebody, talking of things that you think of saying but don't say them, somebody thought of something and said it, and they didn't realize that they were unmuted. Fortunately, it wasn't a hacker or a troll. It was somebody genuinely frustrated, I think, with on the Zoom call, who couldn't make it work. And we heard everything that they had to say until I struggled to mute them. These are the funny things that happen in a live environment. Talking of which, let me put the comments on stage button to on, affirmative, positive, if you want to. Oh dear! Just seeing your latest message. You see, this sort of thing's distracting. This is the beauty of the live environment. When your eye is drawn to, if you can smell BO and farts, then the mask isn't working. Follow the science. Oh, it's all kicking off again, isn't it? I had a 2020 flashback. It was as though nothing we were told or learned or had a chance to reflect on was, I mean, it's just like a panic atmosphere in the air, isn't there? Like a mix of panic and propaganda that's taking people back five years to. Anyway, I don't want to get started on that. It's getting to me, actually. That and the rain, the constant rain. Come on, chin up. Keep your spirits up. I'm meant to be leading the way here on a Good Morning Portugal show, but honestly, it's like we've been taken back 5 years to the headless chicken. I mean, headless, yes, but do put a mask on. Just in case. Don't worry that you haven't got a head, but just make sure you've got a mask on. It's a slippery slope, isn't it? And I'm not managing it very well this morning. But let's change the subject. Bon dia from Munich. We hope everyone has a great weekend and look forward to our return to Portugal on Sunday. Currently on tour of Europe at the moment. You're a royal couple, you two. Let's find those pictures that you sent to me on 913-590-303. Yes, Tita, just got your message. That's a very wise idea, quite frankly. Where are you? Yes, Michael and Karen. Oh my goodness, where are you? Munich. That looks very pretty. So you've done a little tour. Where have you been exactly around? You started off in, I think we had some Lisboa footage, didn't we? Or some shots from Lisboa. You've been to Germany. How many different markets did you go to in Germany, I wonder? Lovely, lovely pictures there. Let's have a quick flash of those. Talking of flashing, we've got those firemen. I need to make sure I don't press that button and get people excited. After yesterday's suggestion that we might... Was it suggested or did I just make that up, that we might make our own calendar? I think, nobody said we should make a calendar except for me, I think. And I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed with the response to that. Not many Tony the Portuguese was well up for it, of course. He quite likes attention and publicity, but then again, I'm in a glass house where I shouldn't throw stones. But no one else seemed to be stripping down to their waist and sending a photo in. Don't forget, if you are going to send a picture, and you've got to have one strap on, one strap off. Yes, I did say strap on. Right, there you are, you two. And if I take that comment out of the way, that'll be even better, won't it? How do I do that? Like that. Right, Mike and Karen there in Munich, everybody. How lovely. Keep those Christmassy pics coming in on 913-590-303. Munich looks very beautiful. I'm sure at any time, but especially Christmas time. Look at that great big German square of a place there. That's I can imagine the atmosphere, the aromas, the glühwein, the whole festive vibe. What are those logs that they have? Stollen, the smell of marzipan and Stollen in the air. How lovely. Is that how it was? My sort of romantic portrayal of what's going on there. Something I forgot to do yesterday. Yeah, actually, on a more serious note, something I forgot to do yesterday. We were trying to help with a missing person. Luca has gone missing in the last couple of days. I think he's a British guy. Certainly, the information I have is from British friends and family, and he went missing a couple of days. He was seen being dropped off in Fundao. This is him. I'll just leave his picture on the screen for a moment. But this chap is missing, as far as I'm aware, still missing, and his name is Luca. Originally Luke Halliday, I believe. Let me just add myself back onto the screen and start again there. I'm not sure where we got to and what you heard and whether you can still hear me at the moment, but everything just froze up. Fortunately, we don't live in the age whereby we have to put a cassette in and then do dial up. That was a pretty good restart, I have to say. So laptop technology has improved, and the connection to the internet seems okay, and the software loads up pretty fast these days. But I was just saying we were trying to help find Luca yesterday. This is a chap who went missing in the Fundão area, central Portugal, and hopefully this won't crash the show again. But I've got the details that I'll put on screen as well, so that if you have seen him, if you know anyone who's seen him, and you can help with this, please do. I'm trying to find the information actually that I put up. Right. I think I'm there now. No, maybe I can't find the information that went with it. But what I can do, I think it's useful to have a picture there. If you want to do a screenshot of that, or you've got a rough idea of what he looks like, should you know anybody in the Fundão area. He was, I think he'd got given a lift. He doesn't have a phone with him or ID. So he is quite vulnerable, described as not dangerous, but struggling a little bit with his mental health. And so what I'll do is I'll also put the details for if you have a sighting of Luca and you can help at all with this. In the first instance, you're being asked to get in touch with the Penamacor police, which I imagine that's where he originated from in his journey, and ended up getting a lift to the Fundao area. There was a white-coloured rental car as well, with a little bit of damage to its right wing that was also mentioned, although that doesn't seem to be an essential part of what's going on at the moment. So last seen in Fundao, central Portugal, 10th, I think I confirmed, of December. So 2 days ago, he goes by the name of Luca. His name is Luke Halliday, I think, officially. And as far as I'm aware, still missing in that part of central Portugal. If you can help at all, I'm sure his family will be very glad to hear from you, or the police will be at Penamacore. And sorry, I've struggled to lay my hands on what with the show crashing and everything. I've struggled to lay my hands on the details there. But of course, if you have any information, you can tell me, and I'll make sure it gets to the right place as well. Let's see what we can do to help out the friends and family, and Luca himself, of course, who is missing in central Portugal. Where do we get to? In the chat there, something about T-Duck being crass. Patty, good morning to you. Welcome back to Portugal. How are you enjoying Christmas here in Portugal? Yes, the green screen returns. If ever we make a franchise of movies, there will be that one in the movie. The prequel, the terrible green screen is what that one's called. Do you remember when the greens? I mean, I don't think the green screen's that brilliant anyway, but there were times when there was fizzing all over the place and it was breaking through. And the whole lighting thing was really difficult. So, yes, bom dia from Munich. Thank you for those pictures. Coach Turner, bom dia. A todos e feliz sexta, putting the sex in sexta-feira, heading into that London this morning, so won't be around for the show. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. We'll have a lovely time up there in the smoke. Capricorn Chris can give you an update from the train. Bon dia, Gumpers from Welsh Jackie. Hola, bon dia, Train Chronicles. Here we go. Friday, train is almost empty. A fare dodger is caught by ticket inspectors. Ooh, a fellow passenger boards train, constantly coughing, impersonating a Little Britain character. For those of you who know, you can have a little giggle at that. For those of you who are thinking, Little Britain, what is that? If you're American, Britain is little, just anyway, isn't it? Headphones, poverty strikes again. The UK is in the grips of a nasty flu. I can't afford to be sick. Look, think good thoughts, okay? If you're standing on the train thinking, I'm going to get sick, guess what? You probably will be there. And have you not heard a word I've said about building? This is another thing, wasn't it, missing in 2020? Where's the information about staying strong, building your immunity, and having a healthy body? No, we're all sick and dying, and we're just being helped away from that temporarily, aren't we? According to the dim view of the media, the powers that shouldn't be. Oh my God, Carl, what happened to you this morning? Bom dia e alegria de chuvosa. Tormar. Oh, okay, so a bit rainy over in Tomar. Kate is doing a great job over at the Portugal Club. Oh, Filomena as well joining us. Filomena Friday. It's quite a quietly sung jingle there. I don't know how to turn it up specifically on here, but all of that will be taken care of maybe when we do the studio refit. Yeah, Filomena's joining us in a little while actually, and we're going to be singing a song this morning. So get ready to sing. And you'll take your mask off for that, I hope, and sing loud and proud. Yeah, I heard that on the news as well. Children are being told not to sing in assembly because of the flu. Good morning, everyone. Gemini's here. Hugh is here as well. Good morning from Hugh and Jane. Hello, Hugh and Jane. I can only imagine how you're responding to my part of the conversation this morning. Bon dia, alegria, gumpers and grumpers. Yes. I've been a bit of a grumper this morning. It's flipping Friday, everybody. And Capricorn, wear your mask. It may help to many coughs, especially on. Wear one by all means if you want to. No problem with that. But don't insist that everybody else does it. Okay. I just say everything others don't do. Yes, that could be it as well. We had lost you. I'm back now. I'm back. I'm like the Terminator. The authorities weren't wrong about the masks and things. They were lying. That's a big difference. Let's take this year into consideration. Remember how the year began. So beautiful, crisp, clear, and new. Thank you, OLP. Yes, crisp, clear, and beautiful. Order is returning. Beauty is returning. The year ends being crisper, clearer, more beautiful, and a brightness to the future. However, is it just me? Thank you, OLP, for attempting to bring some order, beauty, and reality to the show. But why is it, as we get to the end of the crisper year, as it were, that the year goes like this, doesn't it? This is an actual representation of the year. It does start beautiful and clear and crisp in January, and then it seems to pile up at the end. Whatever you do about it, Carl, you can be a bit of a drama queen. Yes, it is true. It is true. There you go. Get your vitamin D. However, be careful taking too much vitamin D. It can be toxic, like anything, I guess, right? But there are things. Yeah, I said I was saying crass, like some posh people say it, but crass. Yeah. Yes, it would be another way of pronouncing that. Always look fondly towards the future and lovingly at your past. Yeah, I think you're right. You're absolutely right there. Well said, OLP. Thank you for that. These are the sort of interventions I would normally make, but yeah, not doing so this morning. Oh, and if you want to be on TV, how about this? Coach Turner, would this apply to you? Jackie, it might apply to you. I hope this is okay to post here. This was in the Moving to Portugal Facebook group. Ben Reed, a TV producer by the sound of it, or researcher, Ricochet, are keen to speak to Brits and those living in the UK who are moving abroad to gain a better quality of life and financial freedom for an upcoming TV project. It'd be an even more interesting program for people moving abroad to have a worse quality of life and for financial slavery. Although I mean, most people don't do that. Explicitly. It can happen, however, and British expats who have already made the move, we'd love to hear from you, no matter what stage of the journey you're at. Maybe you're just cogitating, but they speak to people who are just cogitating. Not very good telly, I suppose. If you would be interested in having a chat, please email ben.reed@ricochet.co.uk. Another TV show. Probably they're doing one. Yeah, people moving to Portugal, people moving to Dubai, France, Spain, the usual suspects. Hey, here's a map. Belief in life after death. This is interesting. It was to me anyway. Now I'm thinking Catholic country, the afterlife, Portugal. Only between 30, let's say 30 and 40% of people believe in life after death here in Portugal. The biggest believers are those two yellow countries. I can't. Pete, where's Pete? Where's the geography teacher when you need him? But look, more people. See, this is surprising to me. We're in a Catholic country, supposedly, and yet more people believe in life after death in the somewhat secular, increasingly secular UK, possibly France. I don't know. I mean, or is this the influence of Islam? I don't know, or other religions that where people are practicing more openly, readily, and not giving up on their Christianity and their afterlife. I wonder. Interesting. Well, it was to me anyway. Here in Portugal, that we're in the 30 to 40% bracket of belief in life after death. There you go. And here's the thing as well. You do get people, don't you, saying, no way, Facebook, I do not give you permission. I will not comply. As of tomorrow, and because of Rule 55.062AB/Z, I do not comply. I do not let you use my stuff. And people are saying, that's it. I'm flouncing out of here. I'll do a few more social media posts before I go, but I'm out of here. And only to see them come back a little bit later on. I've done it myself. I'm not knocking people. I've done it myself. I do understand that, yes, the drama queen part of that. I think, however, we're going to see more like this. David Coverdale, does that ring any bells? It will for you rockers who like a bit of White Snake. And this was a message that came from David Coverdale, measured, calm, and probably just thinking, interesting. Yeah, I think I'm done now. Not like, I'm out of here and I'm going to put loads of more social media posts up before I go. No, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters of the snake. Sounds a bit ominous. But you rockers do have a tendency for a little bit of the old satanic sort of iconography, it would appear. After over 20 fun-filled years of interacting online with all of you snake people, first with the BBS on whitesnake.com. Is that an old communication platform, like a forum? And this person, David Coverdale, has definitely ridden this path, right? Or rocked his way through the many iterations of social media. And then on to Twitter. Those were the days, he says wistfully. Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. It's been a fab ride, but along with the over 50 years in the music business, it's time for me to withdraw from social media. This is not Carl Munson speaking. I'm going to give it a couple more weeks. It's time for me to withdraw from social media to fully engage in sweet reflection. This is what you were talking about, OLP, wasn't it? Looking back fondly, find a way to look fondly at life, the future, the present, and the past. sweet reflection on my career and my life and enjoy my retirement with my friends and my beloved family. It has been such a pleasure for me to interact with you all over the years, sharing music videos, funny memes, farts and giggles, tour info, unboxings, Q&A with DC, Santa Snake, etc. Unforgettable, precious memories, and I thank each and every one of you for your support and participation. What an incredible journey we've shared together. What a magical experience. Please take care of yourselves and know you are truly loved beyond measure. Isn't this a lovely message? Be safe, be happy, and don't let anybody make you afraid. That's telling, isn't it? A very Merry Christmas and wonderful New Year to you and yours from me and mine, your obedient servant, David Coverdale. He's had enough, and quite calmly saying he's had enough of social media, and he's had a great time in the music business, and now he's just going to take it easier and reflect on the beauty of it all, as you were suggesting there, OLP. I think that's amazing. Let's not keep Filomena waiting much longer. Just a couple more comments. Filomena, we will be with you in just a moment, and I feel underdressed because I do not have my Santa hat on. Yes, I can be a bit of a drama queen, definitely. What happened in Ireland? Don't know. And is Facebag still? Yes, it is. It is. And the latest scare for people over there on the Facebook is that Meta will be using all of the information you've popped up on there over the years to inform. I mean, to be fair to them, they are giving everybody notice that we're going to take all your information and we're going to run it through. What's their AI called? It's probably got a meta-ish name, isn't it? But yeah, it's all gonna be intel for their machine learning, apparently, which I think is going to put more and more. It's going to put some people off. Obviously, it's an 80-20 thing, isn't it? There's going to be 20% of people who think I'm done with this. Some of them will leave, some of them won't, and 80% of people will do anything, I guess, that comes their way, because that's just how life and human beings work. Let's give her a nice big round of applause. That's crickets. That's not a round of applause. We don't want that. Nice big round of applause. Not the crickets for Filomena Friday.
Olá, bom dia. Tudo bem?
It's quite quiet, everybody.
Filomena
Friday.
It's going to take time learning Portuguese.
Yes.
Filomena Friday.
I get confused nearly every day.
Oh, the Filomena Friday.
Filomena Friday.
How do I know which verb is okay?
Filomena Friday.
Practice those words so loud and clear.
Filomena Friday.
On a
Filomena Friday.
It's a day of cheer.
It's a day of chip.
Filomena Friday.
Olá, bom dia.
Hola, bon dia, Filomena. Where do you get one of those from? A Santa hat with your own name on it.
Special Santa.
You've been good, obviously, this year.
Of course.
Of course. Goes without saying, right?
Good.
Very
Então,
good.
tudo bem? Tudo bem?
Muito bem, obrigado. Muito bem, muito bem. Muito chuva aqui. Em abril, águas mil. E em novembro, águas mil. E em dezembro,
Em dezembro,
águas mil também. Is this the new phrase that Portuguese people say all year?
Probably.
Right. Is that tudo do ano? Águas mil?
Todo o ano.
Todo do ano. What's going on?
Ano.
Todo do ano, águas mil. What's going on here?
Não sei.
Yes. Okay, all right, fair enough. Yes, you've come to teach us Portuguese language and culture, not meteorology. But I think you might have an opinion on it, as other Gumpers may do as well. So let us know what you think's happening with all this rain we're getting. And we're singing this morning, are we not? So people can gargle with honey, lemons, and all that sort of stuff. What are we doing a little bit later on after we've had a bit of a catch-up, Filomena?
We can sing today two Christmas carols that are Portuguese Christmas carols. So I would suggest that we can sing Menino Está Dormindo,
Okay.
the first one, and the second one, Natal de Elvas. So it's also a traditional Christmas song.
Okay, so if people want to look them up, we've got Natal de Elvas and O Menino Está Dormindo.
Está Dormindo.
Very good. Okay. We will come back to those and we will sing together as we love doing. I say we, you and I definitely do. Sometimes we don't we say we know if people are singing or not. Obviously we don't. The AI is not that good yet to know if people are singing. But please join us. No one's watching. Dance like no one's watching. Sing like no one's listening. Apart from the poor people in your house, of course, who may have to endure that once you.
And it's my granddaughter's birthday today.
Oh, how lovely. Yes, greetings here from. And you've had a birthday just recently, haven't you? Or have you got a birthday coming up?
No, it's on Monday.
It's on Monday. Okay, so we mustn't talk about that, must we? We don't do that in Portugal. We
No,
don't do,
no.
we don't do
No, that's just next week on Monday. Yeah.
Okay, well, make sure you diarise sending Filomena a lovely message on Monday, if you will. This coming Monday, 13, 14, 15th.
Yes, 15.
Sagittarian, 15th of December.
Yeah. And my granddaughter is also just Sagittarian. She's 3 today.
Wow, that's gone quickly, Filomena.
Mm-hmm.
3 already. My
3
goodness.
already. 3 already.
3 already, bless her. Well, I hope she has a lovely day. What she did? What have you got planned?
Well, at school, at the nursery school, she has a Christmas party as well. So
Beautiful.
I think it's enough for her in one day.
Yeah.
But yes, we will sing happy birthday and yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I saw a little crocodile of infant school kids yesterday. And in Portugal, they wear those little coats, don't they? They have a sweet little coat, a little bit like in France, that they put on. Is that to keep their clothes clean and so they can play with?
Yeah, sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. Yes.
Yeah,
to keep their clothes cleaner.
Peter's sending. I imagine they still get all covered in stuff anyway. Bom dia, Filomena. Feliz Natal para ti, Paolo, Jessica, and toda a família.
Obrigada, Peter. E o mesmo, igualmente.
Igualmente. Now, what is a palmier? There are quite a number of answers for that. Is that one of the lyrics that's coming up in the song today?
No.
Right, okay.
No, palmier, as far as I know, it's a cake.
It is, and Mrs. M is rather partial to 2 of those making a cream sandwich, which I think is the palmier de casado, the marriage one, which is really nice.
Because they are together.
Yeah, with a squidgy bit of cream inside, just like every marriage should be. So yes, a palmier is a kind of cake. Unless give us a bit of context, T-Duck, if there's something else with that you were thinking. And Pascual sounds more like Pashal or an Easter name than a tip. Which you can't help that. You can't change your name to suit the season, can you, in Portugal? I don't suppose that would go down very well.
No. It would be Natual.
Yes, Filomena Natural. This time of year. So what's been going up? Let's go with the language for a moment. I've got a little anecdote to share about my adventures just recently. But what's going on with students at the moment? Any themes any particular things people are struggling with that you can help us with here this morning, Filomena?
Well, prepositions are always a nightmare.
The nightmare of prepositions. For example.
For example, the old question of para and por.
Oh yeah.
It's always a struggle to know which one to use. But it's a question of getting used to the expressions like that, and you can't memorize all the rules, but of course, if you get used to listen to that phrase like that, and then the expression gets. For example, if you thank for something, it's always obrigado or obrigada por. So, for example, obrigada pela sua ajuda. Thank you for your help. Obrigada. I say obrigada, you say obrigado, but I say obrigada pela sua ajuda. So, thank you for your help. But the por can be masculine or feminine, right? So, ajuda is feminine. So, you say obrigado. You say obrigado pela. Because pela is the feminine form of por, right? It's por plus the A for the feminine.
That's good to know. And I remember that because as a driver, if you're leaving a Portuguese village, it may say obrigado pela sua visita. Yes,
Obrigado pela sua visita. Yes.
yes, and that's how I remember that, which can be helpful to
Yes,
make an
of
educated
course.
guess. And was I right last night then? So my correspondence with you, Tamanya, tudo bem para 8:20 minutos? And we need to do, maybe we should do a little bit of the clock because I realise I don't know how to say that out loud. But was that
No,
right?
you just said it. Yeah, 8:20. 8:20.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it's 8 plus 20. That just came naturally maybe from overhearing that.
8:20. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I was right to ask you tudo bem para 8:20.
Sim, tudo bem para as 8:20. Sim, you can say that.
those small victories. Now, sorry. Any more on prepositions? Any more for that?
Do you want them all? The prepositions in Portuguese, I'll give them all. I give them all.
Not all of them. No, not
It's
all
an
of them.
injection in the morning. Ante, após, até, com, contra, de, desde, em, entre, para, por, perante, sem, sobre, trás, consoante, conforme, segundo. Here you go.
You did actually just do all the prepositions there. Right, okay.
I have memorized them at school. I've never forgotten.
That's less painful than I thought it was going to be. I thought there were going to be several thousand, like conjugating some of the verbs that have 27,000 different variants. But okay, that wasn't so bad.
Quick.
That's quite good fun to learn, I think, isn't it? That little list. Right, okay. All right. And any other applications for them? Any other obvious ones, howlers that foreigners make? I mean, the thing about foreigners, what we tend to do is we do literal translations all the time, don't we? We fix on the word we think it is, and we put it in the order we're used to doing it, and we make an unholy mess sometimes.
Yes, for example,
Yes.
For example, also about prepositions, I have been lately focused on, for example, the means of transport and how you say by car, by train, by bus, etc.
Yeah.
So if it's by, like in English, you just say de in Portuguese. So you can say de carro by car, de comboio by train, etc. It's always de, never changes. But if you want to say I'm going, no, but in English it's exactly the same. If you say I'm going on the 7 o'clock bus, you don't say by the 7 o'clock bus, do you?
No, that sounds French. Yeah.
So it happens the same. In Portuguese, you don't say de, but then it's nu, because bus is a masculine word. So you can say nu autocarro das 7 horas on the 7 o'clock bus. Nu autocarro das 7 horas. So if it's a specific means of transport, like the 7 o'clock bus, my car, your bicycle, a specific one, you use either nu, masculine, or na, feminine. For example, na minha bicicleta, on my bicycle.
There you go.
But if I want to say I go by bicycle, I just say eu vou de bicicleta.
Okay, there you go. Very helpful as well on that. Any more on the prepositions? Thank you so much. This is what we enjoy with you, the language and culture. These little snippets, and I'm sure. I don't know if it will come as a surprise to you, but I'm pretty certain there are times in people's lives when they're trying to speak Portuguese, and they'll remember you in these moments and think, "What did she say?" and they'll try it, and it'll come out.
I hope they don't have a nightmare.
No, it'll come out, and they'll say, "Oh, thanks, Filomena." That was because these little victories. I don't know if you realise how much it means to the foreigners to get through an exchange sometimes with relative success. It's really, I think it's a really special.
Well, I really enjoy when I explain something and then people go, "Oh, that makes sense now."
Yes, exactly. And that can be years later, can't it?
Yes. Finally, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So is this correct? Mr. S loves it when you're here, often.
Olá, bom dia.
Filomena Friday. So, eu vou a Lisboa. Would that be correct?
It depends.
Of course, it depends.
Always depends.
Mr. S, sit down for a moment, get your pen and paper.
That is also a difference between the preposition a and the preposition para.
Okay.
So you can say both. Eu vou a Lisboa or Eu vou para Lisboa. But it means different things. If I say eu vou a Lisboa, it means I live here now in Coimbra. I live in Coimbra, so I'm going to Lisbon to visit the oceanarium, and I come back. So I just go to Lisbon for a short visit, and I don't stay overnight. I just go there and come back. So if it's two directions, let's say, going and coming back, it's just a. But if I say I'm going to Lisbon to take a plane to go to Berlin,
Oh, for
I wish.
example. Yeah.
So
Or Munich.
then, or Munich, yes, with the beer, yeah, even better. But
Yeah.
but then I would say eu vou para Lisboa because it's just one way, okay? Eu vou para Lisboa, which means I'm going to Lisbon, but I'm going either to stay in Lisbon for some time, to spend 2 weeks or so in Lisbon, or I can also refer just which direction I'm going. Okay, eu vou para Lisboa. Now I'm not going to Porto, I'm going to Lisboa.
Mhm.
And in that sense of a more, let's say in grammar terms, more permanent stay. Okay, it's a more permanent, because para, as you know, between pur and para, the difference, para is always your final aim, your final destination. So that is para, right? So that is the difference. For example, you can say eu vou a casa, or you can say eu vou para casa.
Yes.
Usually you say eu vou para casa in the evening. You mean I'm going
Oh,
home,
'cause it's the last journey of the day.
I stay there, right?
Yes, yes,
But if imagine at lunchtime, some people, Portuguese people, because we have lunch,
Yeah, I've read.
because we do have
take
lunch,
time.
some people
Yes,
don't, but
yes,
the Portuguese sometimes go home to have lunch if they are near their work. They go home and then they go to work again, right? So they can say eu vou a casa, okay? Agora
Okay,
posso
very
sair em
good.
greve, sim. So the difference is, if I say eu vou a casa, I'm going home for a few minutes or half an hour and then I come back.
Yes.
If I say eu vou para casa, I'm going home to stay. Okay, so
Yes.
I'm going, and okay, maybe just tomorrow I go out. Okay.
Yes. Okay, that helps. This lunch thing, I'm doing a work experience at the moment, and at the company I'm working with, the real estate company, they do have this lunch, Filomena, and it's from 1 until 2:30 in the afternoon. Now, the
Well,
first,
not bad. It's usually from 1 to 3.
really, should I be complaining? Okay, I didn't realize I was being shortchanged. The point I was going to make was the first time I did it and had lunch, put the fachado sign on the door, go for lunch. 20 minutes, I'd had my lunch. I thought, what do I do now? I've got an hour and. I've got an hour I'm so used
because
to British.
because you had your lunch alone, didn't you?
That's correct. Yes,
But the
Billy No Mate.
Portuguese have lunch with their pals, right? We meet our friends, we meet our colleagues, we meet our family. We are always chatting, and so time
Okay, yeah,
sometimes time is not enough to speak about everything that we have to say.
got it. Okay, and the first half hour is just waiting for people to turn up, isn't it?
That's right. So one comes now, 5 minutes comes the other.
And then the phone, I'll be there soon. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Just a
Right,
moment,
okay.
just a moment. Okay, 15 minutes.
That's another example. After years, it's like, now that makes sense. But and I was thinking, do I go for a walk? And then I realized I'll go. I'll
Of course, you can also relax a little bit.
I
I
went
had a
home.
colleague. I had a colleague that after lunch he used to sleep for 10 minutes.
Perfect. No,
So
I'm
you could do that.
very open to that. Very open to that. Yeah. Okay. But somewhere else, maybe in your car, not in the, not in your work chair, perhaps. Or maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine in Portuguese culture. Right. A few questions. here this morning and comments here. I think people are just wanting to check they're working here. And yes, I think bonjour, te vejam, cara Filomena from Mr. S earlier on. I missed that. And yes, a palmier is delicious layers of puff pastry and very buttery. Probably not for those who are not too keen on the dairy produce or sugar or fat, for that matter.
Yeah, or
Oliver,
anything else.
but can we wish a certain person? Okay, so this is I was referring to the Portuguese superstition of not wishing somebody a happy birthday. But we're not Portuguese, are we?
No, you're not. You're not. So
but we can only hope to be. We can wish a certain person happy birthday in advance
in
in
the
a
third
person
person.
kind of way, so as not to have any bad luck or anything like that. Right?
Yeah.
João Mendonça, a
Obrigada.
Portuguese pal in Oxfordshire, a wet and grey Oxfordshire this morning. Porque é que em Portugal o autocarro é sempre mais rápido do que o comboio? Because of the strikes, presumably there was some talk about strike.
No. I mean, no. The bus is not always faster than the train. If you take Alpha Pendular,
Yes.
it's faster.
Oh yeah,
isn't it?
it is. And I'm reminded now. I hope I've still got this. Oh, Filomena, look at this. I think we can talk over this because there's no sound. But look at this. This is your new. Do you recognise this? Do you recognise this intersection here?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. It's they are starting on Tuesday, the day after my birthday.
Of course they are. They waited. That's why they were waiting.
They have waited until my birthday, and they are starting right next
Hold on a minute.
on the 16th.
You say they're starting. They haven't been running it yet. Was that a test shot? I just saw that.
Testing. I mean, thousands of testing. They have been testing for months now.
Okay. Well, I mean, it looks a bit dangerous, doesn't it? They can't. and what's this next leg of the journey then? Is this going to be going right out to Miranda now?
To Serpins, it's past Miranda, por Miranda,
sim.
por Miranda, pela Lausanne e até Serpins. So it's from Serpins to Coimbra.
Right. Yes.
Because right now it's working already in the city, in Coimbra. In the city, it is working.
Yeah.
But now on Tuesday, they say, I mean, I have to see it to believe it, because I've been waiting for 15 minutes, my God, 15 years.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for 15 years, so I just believe when I see it. But they say on Tuesday, they are starting from Coimbra to Serpins and back. So me and my friend, I have an art teacher, my friend Marilia, we have decided that we are going to take the whole track from Serpins to Coimbra. We are going to see everything, and we want to explore how everything is.
Oh, if you remember, please send a photo or a little bit of video. I think it's exciting, and I understand your weariness about it, because you never wanted it to go in the first place, and now they've made you wait so long to have it back.
15 years is a long time to wait.
It is a long time, isn't it? And it's not like you need to use it anymore either, is it? But I think it's a great thing for the valley.
I mean, if one day, I think for me personally, when they link it to the hospital in Coimbra, it's quite useful, because to park, if you go to Coimbra Hospital now, it's a nightmare to park. I mean, it's really, really difficult to park. Okay. So at least it's very useful if we have an appointment or something, and if we have to go to hospital or to visit someone, it's very, very useful to take the metro bus and just go until the hospital, So it's very practical. I think it's cheaper as well, I guess.
Yeah. I imagine it would be a nice way to visit Coimbra, or to park in Coimbra and take a trip out through the valleys. I think it's going to be a tourist thing as well.
And by the way, speaking of cheaper, it's for free this month, December. It's for free, so you can all come try it.
That sounds great. So you can just jump on that for the rest of the month and have a ride.
The rest of the month until the end of December. Yeah. Then you start paying in January.
I think that's wonderful. And are we journeying through the Lausanne Valley? Is that the geography? What parts of
Lausanne, yes.
Lausanne Valley?
Yeah.
Okay, and so Serpinge, Lausanne, Miranda, Coimbra, these lovely places that you'll be able to see
Yeah,
from the comfort of a
you can
free
have
bus.
that for free until the end of the month.
And how much will it cost when they introduce the fees?
I haven't
fares?
checked yet. As I said, I just believe it when I see it, and so I didn't bother to check how much it was.
Yeah,
But
Pete, sharing your cynicism. Tesla superchargers at Castelo Branco finally working only 6 years after being installed. No, I think they can't possibly delay any further, and I'm looking forward to a journey on that. I think you could create a nice little sort of tourism experience, parking at one station, traveling up somewhere else, having something to eat, and back again. I think that's going to be lovely. Fantastic. We better
and
get on with this.
our lovely restaurants. Visit our lovely restaurants around here.
The authentic Central Portuguese restaurants where you're going to get the champagne.
Traditional Portuguese food.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. We have a Portuguese citizenship test question. Oh, actually, before we go there,
I imagine.
we do, and it's a good one this morning. I was quite excited to see it because I had Grok working them out for me. So sometimes they're even a surprise to me. But Andy meant Andairo meant Jesus's birthday. So it's the exception where you are allowed to wish somebody a happy birthday in advance when you say Happy Christmas. So okay, very good.
Okay.
Okay. Over to the Portugal Club where we've got the lyrics. I think we'll be able to see those. Will we not? So let me just. We had a little bit of a bumpy ride earlier on. The show crashed before you arrived. But before we go to the singing, anyone who's registered at the Portugal Club will be able to go there, open up the PDFs, sing those with your family for the rest of the festive period. Before we do that together and we learn the tune with Filomena this morning, Portuguese citizenship test question number 74. What is the largest city in the Algarve? We've had one vote in already. Is that you, Kate?
That's easy.
Right. Is it far?
Okay.
Is it A, Faro? Is it B, Lagos? Or is it C, Portimao? Easy, you say, Filomena. What's your answer?
I will give a hint. It's a city where there is an airport as well.
And it's the capital, is it not, of the district?
The capital of the Algarve, yes.
Yes, there you go. Hence, I mean, I guess it's not always the biggest place necessarily, but that is a good clue. There's an airport. It's the capital.
There is an airport, and it is the capital of the Algarve.
Yeah, so there you go. Any guesses in the chat? Yes, well done, Adrian. Excellent on that. Okay, let's go back then from Portuguese citizenship test question 74. I'm hoping I'm going to get... Well, how do I get the contract to do the tests when they actually come into official use, Filomena? Who do I need to speak to about that?
The contract?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a Portuguese citizenship test. I think you and I should put a tender in for that as being the official testing body for anybody who wants to become a Portuguese citizen. I mean, I'll be hiding behind you and all your knowledge and expertise. But I'm running a citizenship test here, a live bit of prototyping. I guess we need to speak to the government, don't we, about that?
Probably we have, yeah.
We'll be rich if they ever pay us. Right, okay. Right. Okay. Let's go to the songs then for this morning. Where did they end up? Sing with Filomena, there you go. And you wanted to start with O Menino Está Dormindo.
We can start with O Menino Está Dormindo, yes.
Okay, all right, very good. Right.
Okay.
Everybody.
Ready to sing?
La 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 la
La, la, la.
Ha 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 ha. Yes, I am ready.
So, with this lovely voice of mine, okay?
Yes.
So we are going to sing.
Emily, yes.
O menino está dormindo nas palhinhas de espidinho. O menino está dormindo nas palhinhas de espidinho. Os anjos lhe estão cantando por amor tão pobrezinho. Os anjos lhe estão cantando por amor tão pobrezinho. O menino está dormindo, nos braços da Virgem pura. O menino está dormindo nos braços da Virgem pura. Os anjos lhe estão cantando, Hosana lá na altura. Os anjos lhe estão cantando, Hosana lá na altura. O menino está dormindo nos braços de São José. O menino está dormindo nos braços de São José. Os anjos lhe estão cantando, Glória tibi Domine. Os anjos lhe estão cantando, Glória tibi Domine. Sorry for the interruption. I have a little girl here to give a kiss. Okay?
Absolutely. I mean, of course, this is like being the Pied Piper.
No.
Bom dia!
Não, beijinho.
Beijinho.
Beijinho. Tchau. Às 5.
Tchau.
Okay.
Have a great day, you little beauty. Parabéns a você. Fantastic.
Sorry for the interruption. She's going to the nursery
Oh,
school.
no, I mean, what a beautiful moment. And this is, I'm picking up the tune. I mean, some would doubt that, but
It's easy and slow, right?
yes, and I can hear in my head little children singing this. This must be so beautiful when a whole school of kids is singing this beautiful Portuguese carol.
Yeah, with lovely voices, not like mine.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've
So
got a
let's sing the last 4 lines, okay?
Yeah,
so
yeah. And I hope
now you
people
know the
at
tune.
home
Now you know the tune. So
yes.
o menino está dormindo, sono de amor profundo. O menino está dormindo, sono de amor profundo. Os anjos lhe estão cantando, viva o Salvador do mundo. Os anjos lhe estão cantando, viva o Salvador do mundo.
Yay! Oh, no, got the crickets again. Yes! Awesome.
Yeah. So this was the first one.
Yeah.
Obrigada. This was the first one because it's a slow one and it's easy. The other one, it's a bit. It's also easy, but probably also it has other structures that makes it maybe a bit more difficult.
I think you're preparing me for some difficulty here.
No. It's because this is always the same tune. This is na 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 na, and this one it changes a little bit, so it's not always the same. Okay.
Well, I think we need to look at the critics. The reviews are in for the first one. Always critics, right? Okay.
Okay. So Natal de Elvis.
I'm going to give you. Look, I'm going to give you some feedback. Your voice is great, Filomena.
Obrigada.
Just
Oh
you.
my God, my ears are Mr. S says meus ouvidos estão a doer. Were we so bad?
Yeah, that's so rude, isn't it? We're at least we're having a go. I used to wish I could sing. Now I wish Carl could. Oh dear. And Gemini, thank you. Recognizing that it's the effort that counts and the intention rather than, I did win Choir Boy of the Year, But he was very annoying, so I sent him back. Well, hey! And Carl is a good second voice, supplying a semi-bass. Thank you, Adrian. It looks like we have a place in his
choir.
His choir. Yes. Oh, come all ye faithful. Okay, if we have time, we're getting requests now as well. Let's go to the other one. Natal de
Natal de
Elvas.
Elvas. Natal de Elvas.
And
Okay.
if we have time, we'll do a little bit of translation as well. So bringing that onto the screen.
So this is a bit more lively. Okay.
Oh, is it? Right. Okay. Right. Okay.
Well, not the start, but then it gets a little bit more. Okay. So.
Yes. Okay.
Eu hei de dar ao menino uma fitinha para o chapéu e ele também me há de dar um lugarzinho no céu. Olhei para o céu e estava estrelado, vi o Deus menino em palhas deitado, em palhas deitado, em palhas estendido, filho de uma rosa, de um cravo nascido. Arre burriquito, vamos a Belém, a ver o menino que a senhora tem, que a senhora tem, que a senhora adora. Arre burriquito, vamos-nos embora.
Vamos embora. That's a great way to
That's why I chose this one for the last.
Very good. That is not an easy tune to pick up. Can we try that again?
No, that's why I started with the other one.
Yeah. Okay, let's try this one again.
Let's repeat this one. So
yeah, and let me say to my critics here, if you think you're so blimming good at singing, come on, 913, send us a voice message, 913-590-303, or at least give it a go. It's good to open up your pipes and have a sing first thing in the morning. Right, over to you. Let's try it again.
Okay, and Carl and I are open to concerts, so if you want to hire us,
absolutely. Citizenship test and concerts now. We've got quite a range of products and services which you can buy in Good Morning Portugal merchandise shop. Okay,
right, so let's go. Let's go. And another round for this one. So
yeah, okay.
Eu hei de dar ao menino uma fitinha para o chapéu e ele também me há de dar um lugarzinho no céu. Olhei para o céu e estava estrelado, vi o Deus menino em palhas deitado, em palhas deitado, em palhas estendido, filho de uma rosa, de um cravo nascido. Arre burriquito, vamos a Belém, a ver o menino que a senhora tem, que a senhora adora. Arre burriquito, vamos embora.
Woohoo! Oh, that's hard. That is hard. But I guess if you've been singing that at school as you've been growing up, you that slowly works its magic on you, and you can remember that. Some interesting lyrics, I think, in there. I want to know what a lugarzinho, a little place, of course, lugar.
Lugar is a place. Yes. Lugarzinho, a little place.
Oh, and uma fitinha pro chapéu, a little ribbon.
A little ribbon for the hat.
Yes, beautiful. And what else?
I looked at the sky, olhei para o céu.
Yep, cravo, of course, we'll know, born of a carnation.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Son of a rose, born of a carnation. Yeah.
Yes.
Burriquito. The word burriquito.
Yes, little donkey. Amazing. And Belém. Now that's interesting because although people believe that to be the sort of Mecca of pastéis de nata, Belém is of course Bethlehem, isn't it? In English, Belém, Bethlehem. Yeah. And that's another one of those aha moments. Of course it is. Belém, Bethlehem. Beautiful. Thank you, Filomena, bringing us up to 9 o'clock there. It's either a small donkey or a Mexican finger food. Let's go with small donkey on that. Good effort. And vamos nos embora. When people are saying vamos embora, is that the full version of it, or is vamos embora another?
Yeah, vamos embora is a reflexive one. When you say, for example, we wash ourselves, reflexive verb, And this vamos-nos embora, it's a way of emphasizing this let's go. So let's grab ourselves and go,
Let's
right?
grab ourselves and go. My goodness. Right. Okay. And the
No, just
significance,
vamos-nos embora.
the significance of Elvish. Why? What is that? Is it as in the place Elvish, the festivity? Of Elvish?
Yeah, I can't tell you exactly why Elvis, but I guess it's where the song has been created, Natal de
Yeah.
Elvis, because it has been created in Elvis. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
In
We've got.
Alentejo, right? Elvis is Alentejo.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Joao Mendonça saying, run this one by Filomena. We know people are trying to get us in trouble occasionally when they say, tee-hee, ask Filomena what this means. I'm always very reluctant to do that, and I actually can't see your message there. But, yeah, we were suddenly at 9 o'clock. And if you want to revisit those, I did especially like and found the first one much easier to sing. And again,
Yes.
in the way that when you're out and about speaking Portuguese and you think, Filomena taught us that, when you're out and you hear the carols, you'll be thinking to yourself, that's the one Carl tried to sing that time. It was beautiful when Filomena was singing it. Carl ruined it, but that's the one. That's the one that they were singing that morning. So thank you for everything this year. Thanks for another lovely year, Filomena, of your help and with us trying to learn the language and understand the culture better. Muito obrigado from all of us
De
Gumpers.
nada, de nada.
Okay, and here's to another 2026. What are you hoping for, finally? A last word to you. Portugal won Best Economy of the Year. We have a new president next year. We've had more elections than anyone could ever hope for this year. All sorts of things going on, the blackout. What are you hoping for 2026?
Well, I hope Portugal will keep being Portugal.
Yes, yes, yes.
Being Portugal, meaning, we have such lovely things in Portugal that I think we shouldn't lose, and keep the, let's say, old-fashioned way of being Portugal. I like Portugal how it is, like it is, and so yeah. Of course, I hope that we can have better wages and better living conditions, everyone, because we are still a poor country in some aspects, and so yeah, I really wish, and of course, I wish that the wars would end, right?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely. Here's to that.
Ukraine, and
Yeah, yeah.
and Europe is now also going through lots of challenges. So
Crazy stuff, crazy stuff.
Mhm.
How would I say as a in Portuguese, in English, if I'm agreeing with a sentiment, it'd be like here. How would I echo your sentiments in Portuguese, Filomena?
Pois,
Pois,
Pois.
pois,
pois,
verdade.
Pois.
Pois. Thank you so much, Filomena. Feliz Natal, bom ano novo, and we'll see you in the new year.
até ao próximo ano, sim, até ao próximo ano.
Muito obrigado. Big
Feliz
round of applause
Natal,
to you.
Feliz
and
Natal,
everybody.
boas festas e feliz ano novo.
Wonderful. Igualmente is what I'll say. Pois, igualmente. Ciao, ciao. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week. Have a great
Tchau, beijinhos.
Bom fim de semana. Bom fim de semana.
Obrigada.
In Portugal, there's a YouTube show full of fun facts you need to